Oh my gosh, no audio. Okay, I'm gonna get this together. I'm telling you. The comments should be popping up on the right now. So, there we go. Hey everybody, what's up? First live stream here at Jashelle Tech TV. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Um, okay. Yeah, okay, good. So, now that everybody can hear me, uh, so I'm doing laundry right now. I wanted to wear my favorite hoodie, sweatshirt, whatever you call it. And it's upsetting because I forgot to wash it. So I'm doing laundry and, um, you know, I just really wanted to wear that sweater, but it's all good. The one that says, self care club, and it's just in there in the washing machine right now. So anyway, I'm here to thank everybody that supports the channel. We are at 1,000 plus subscribers right now, which is awesome. And so thank you everybody for joining Jashelle Tech TV. And I'm just gonna hang out, and if you want to ask questions or anything, let me know. What's up, Dynamic Divine Readings? My friend Jason Legacy, S. Fletcher, Northern Chimp, Jose Fawn, Aloha Made Living. That's my buddy. She lives in Seattle. Oops, probably shouldn't have said that. Not Seattle, but Florida. Let's see. Antoine Codes, Cole Nick One, Brian Taylor. All the usual suspects. Thank you all for joining the stream. I'm very excited. So what is Jashelle Tech TV? So the channel started in 2019. I was in coding boot camp, and I just really wanted to share my projects and just kind of talk about my journey a little bit. And so there were like 3 or 4 videos, and I kind of just stopped YouTube because I got a job, and I just thought YouTube was too much work, really. So I stopped for like maybe 8 months, and I decided to start back because I saw that I could answer questions that I saw a lot, like trending questions I would see on Twitter, LinkedIn, things like that. And so I would take a question and I would make a video out of it, and then I kind of enjoyed it a lot, and other people seemed to enjoy it, so I just kept going, and here we are now. So it's fun. I like it. So let me check in on the comments. So let's see. Yeah, no worries, Brian. I pretty much follow everybody back on Instagram if they have nice photos. Usually I like photography pages, tech pages, anything positive, things like that. So Jason says, if I could subscribe another 100K times, I would. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. S. Fletcher says, awesome, 1,000 plus. Audio is good. Awesome. I appreciate that, everybody. Just gonna get another sip of coffee here. Let's see. All right. Oops. I love you, Aloha Made Living. I love you. Just gonna share here for a second. So yeah, on the channel, my oldest videos here, so the ones from like 2 years ago, those are the ones I did during boot camp. And like I said, I just felt like YouTube was more work than it was worth to me. I felt like I would spend like a whole day on a video, and it was just like, you know, I just I didn't have any direction with this channel. So you can see there's like a gap, like a gap between like the oldest one, and then I did like one in 2020, and then in 2021, that's when I started back. I think I got kind of inspired, like I said, to start back YouTube, and I'll get into like more of my developer journey. I've really not gotten deep into my entire journey, like more of the details. Definitely want to talk more about it. But it's just when you, sorry, what's my keyboard shortcut to go back to the live chat? Okay. Nope, Alt L, because I'm on a Windows keyboard. Anyway. So, what was I saying? I have no idea. I don't even know what I was talking about. Let's just go to the comments. What type of coding are you doing now? Brian Taylor says, what kind of coding are you doing now? So I'm a web administrator for a digital agency, and basically as a web administrator, I maintain e-commerce websites. I'm sorry. Am I showing up okay here? I'm sorry. I'm kind of nervous. I'm like trying to figure out. Okay. Never mind that. All right. So yeah, so I work on e-commerce websites for independent retailers. Basically, well, independent retailers meaning furniture companies that sell couches, appliances, electronics, things like that. And basically, so when a client onboards with us, the web administrator, we set up a staging environment for the web designers. We put the logo on there. We do a lot of configuration on the website, because they're kind of this click to brick solution. So it's kind of like the stuff is already there, and then we just kind of plug and play. Some things are simpler than others. If a client wants something very, very complex, of course, that's where we come in to give them what they want. So it's a lot of maintenance and configuration. So I don't really do much front end work. A lot of it is done on the back end. But as an admin, it's just more administration side, configuration side. So we are just maintaining stuff, man. So it's mostly HTML, CSS. It's good that I know a little PHP and a little bit of JavaScript, because I mean there may be problems on the site in which, you know, we have to diagnose, but ultimately to, like, when it comes to not repairing but fixing the coding issues, I do very minimal right now. So I pretty much escalated to developers. So I'm in the realm, but I don't do a whole lot of coding right now because I'm transitioning to back-end development, and so it's kind of, you know, I'm moving in that direction. I was doing email development, I did Drupal development, but I'm kind of leaning towards, okay, I want to go to the back end, and this position was great to position me to go that route. Have you thought about where you like to go next in your career? If so, what's next in store for you? Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Back end development. It's definitely a delay. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's probably really slow. This is not even probably live time for you, but maybe I'll figure that out later. Look at some tutorials after this. Yeah. Like, me talking is probably not even making sense according to the chat right now. Like, me talking is like 5 minutes into the future, probably. And that's fine. Like, I don't even know what people are responding to or reacting to right now. And by the time you see this, I'm going to be on to the next topic. That's great. So, yeah, another milestone of 100,000 subscribers would be awesome. I mean, ultimately, I definitely like helping to answer questions from people that are entering the tech field, or people that just have questions in general about what I do or my journey. So thanks, Curtis Davis. Thank you. Killer Claus, congrats on hitting 1K subscribers. Thanks, Killer Claus. Um, Curtis Davis says, and you know what? I hate that the comments disappear too. So I need to fix that for next time. See, I'm thinking about all the stuff I got to fix for next time right now. So Curtis Davis says, back end development becomes more important as you go from 3 years to 6 years experience. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like the problem solving aspect of development more than anything. I do like building stuff, but, being a part of the front end stuff. But I don't know. I think I'm getting ready to probably do 100 days of code soon. If you're familiar with the tech industry, you know that 100 days of code is where you literally do 100 days of code, things you want to learn or things you want to get better at. Maybe you're building a project. So, and then I want to talk about it here, like my 100 days of code. Have I ever even completed 100 days of code? Like I'll start it and I won't document it. Like I'll forget to document. So I'm gonna do a spreadsheet. Yes, spreadsheet of my 100 days of code this time, and it's definitely gonna be catered towards where I want to head to next, especially in the next 6 months and the next year. Aloha Made Living says you're doing great. Thank you. I'm so glad. Sweating. Brian Taylor says congrats on reaching 1K. Thanks, Brian. Brian says I am close to reaching my start point in help desk, which will hopefully get me to a software dev position. Of course. Actually, before my first web development job in higher education as a Drupal developer, my only experience was tech support as far as tech industry. I mean, I had photography experience, but that's not too relevant. I mean, it's kind of relevant. You can kind of apply some of the stuff, but I had tech support actually help me get my first dev job because it's just problem solving, right? And then I went to coding boot camp, so I was able to leverage both of those in my interview, as well as I was also a team lead at boot camp, so I was able to leverage that internship experience. Luckily, they were entry-level friendly, which is one reason why I enjoy kind of, keeping that list, because I kind of know what to look for in terms of, okay, what jobs are friendly as far as people that don't have a CS degree or, sorry, I'm like looking at the comments trying to talk. People that don't have a CS degree or people that have no experience, and that's kind of why I wanted to share my spreadsheet, because I'm like, now I know what to look for, because even in the beginning I didn't really know either. Most jobs, they're like 10 years of experience and a PhD to work with HTML. Like, why do I need a PhD for that? But I started seeing these other jobs where it was like, okay, I really don't. They just want you to be familiar and have working knowledge of, but not necessarily direct experience. Jason Legacy, I don't have the slightest clue what you're talking about, but for some reason I'm not bored. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. And we sip tea. Aloha Made Living says, I've never completed a full 100 days of code consecutively. I mean, I forget about it. Like 10 days. Well, I would say like maybe 10 days in. I don't even remember like I was doing it. James Long says, yes, if you want to use an Excel sheet to document your progress of your 100 days of coding, maybe that will help you decide what you want to pick up in terms of skill. Yes. Even jobs. Jason Legacy says, coding sounds complicated. Well, I mean, it's one of those things where it's a mystery until you actually get into it. You start getting into a course, or get under some instruction, guided instruction, and you can kind of see all it is. Okay, slow down. Number one. Okay, so websites, applications. Somebody builds those. Developers build them, and you're coding it out. I'll see if I can give an example. So if you think of a house, you can see the house, but underneath that, there's electricity. There's all kinds of stuff running the appliances and the wiring. So developers create that wiring, right? And that's basically how I can explain it. The wiring behind the house. That's development. Hopefully I explained that okay. James Long says, I appreciate that you put that Excel sheet of entry-level jobs out there because I was doing a search for myself. Yeah. And if you're not familiar with the entry-level job spreadsheet, I'll share it here. Let's see. What's your keyboard shortcut for screen share? Nope, that ain't it. It's this. There we go. All right. So, yeah, I created this spreadsheet to help people find entry-level jobs. Now, the funny thing about this spreadsheet is that it was originally a spreadsheet that I was using myself to keep track of the job market, because I actually did take some time off between September and January, and I would keep a spreadsheet of jobs I wanted to apply for, and I would apply for like 1 or 2 a day, and nothing major. And I would go on LinkedIn and places like that and see people saying that they had a hard time locating certain positions, and I was thinking, well, I was thinking I could start sharing them, but sharing them one by one is kind of hard. So I was like, what if I just share my spreadsheet? And what I did was I just kind of scaled it. Instead of just jobs I'm interested in, I'm like, okay, I'll just post every job I see that seems entry-level friendly, and it seems to help a lot of people, more than I imagined, actually. So I'm basically set up for a bunch of job alerts: Indeed, Glassdoor, LinkedIn. And what I do is when I get those alerts to my email, I just kind of glance at the job and I'm like, oh, that looks entry-level friendly, throw it on the spreadsheet, right? Well, actually, I keep a list, and then I bulk add them at one time. Aloha Made Living says, great analogy. Jason says, makes sense. Awesome. As you can see, I don't know how I can get the chat to sync up better with the live, so maybe somebody can help me with that. Tutoring tutorial, something like that. So yeah, so these, yeah, my camera does that. I don't know why. And my battery's gonna die, so give me 1 second. Give me 1 second so I can keep the stream going. I'm back. Okay, I had to switch out my battery pack. So Aloha Made Living says, if you're using Streamlabs elements for your chat overlays, I can help you. I'm using OBS. Maybe you can still help me. Curtis Davis says, nice break window. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, I guess I'm not too far behind then. All right. So let me get back to the screen share. But yeah, so yeah, if you go through the spreadsheet, you'll see most of these jobs, like 99%, don't require a bachelor's degree. They don't require experience. I know a lot of people ask about email development because I did it for like 6 months, and then I feel like I was branded the email developer of YouTube, and I kind of just found myself in that position because it was looking for HTML CSS. I was like, I know HTML CSS, so I hopped on, learned some things, but I moved on shortly after that. But here is an email developer position. So it looks like it's a part-time freelance one, but usually email developer requirements pretty much HTML CSS. Looks like a lot of them are looking for Salesforce experience these days. I didn't have to use Salesforce when I was an email developer, but it's not hard to learn. Experience working as an email developer, no design skills required. And a lot of times, if you can just show that you've built it, if you built some emails, or especially if you're really good at HTML, CSS, you know your stuff, a lot of times they'll give you a look. I know from experience, so apply anyway. Let's see. Another good one if you want to get started is, and I'm going to actually do another stream dedicated to this, but I just wanted to go over it a little bit. Let's see, tech support engineer. This is another good one to get started in, because a tech support engineer is a little bit more advanced than just like a technical support role, because some of them work with code. Like with this one, experience with HTTP, HTML, REST, email, MySQL. So you get into more of that stuff, and if you can problem solve with debugging and languages, most times you can likely transition into a software engineer role from here. Learn code on the side, or you just keep learning, keep building. Something like that is a good start as well. Let me just go back to the comments for a second. So Aloha Made Living says, I use OBS to stream. Awesome. Yeah, I just hope I'm doing this right. I'm not a streamer. Hopefully I can become one. Or is it that because I'm streaming now, does that make me a streamer? Or do you need like a certain number? Do you need like credentials? How many streams does it take to be able to say you're a streamer? I don't know. Curtis says, great spreadsheet. Nice. Thank you, Curtis. James says, if you do the stream dedicated to this, I'd appreciate you, and I would like to be tagged. Super pleased and thanks. James, am I following you on Twitter, LinkedIn, or anything? Because I can definitely tag you if so. So how do people stream longer than this? Yeah, so thank you guys for subscribing to Jachelle Tech TV. Oh, I had some talking points here. Oh, I'm a streamer now. Oh, thanks, Aloha Made Living. I appreciate that, because I didn't know if it, like, what was the, the criteria for it. Okay, I know what I was going to talk about. All right, that's why I have talking points, because All right, so a couple of resources I want to share. We talked about the coding the spreadsheet. I don't know if I should have closed that tab or not. Hopefully I'm still alive. So my coding notes, if you want to check those out, I started keeping coding notes because I feel like it's a great crash course for when I forget stuff. So you can, any description of any video, You can check it out. So I have my HTML notes. So what this is basically my notes that I keep for coding. And that way, these are things that I'm like, wait, how do I make an HTML table again? You'd be surprised. Like, HTML tables can get freaking deep, especially when I was an email developer. You miss like one little TD, the whole thing is just not good. It's mush. So yeah, like I have these little notes where, and then what I love about Google, what is this? Google Docs, is that they have these little code blocks. So you can actually, like, if I wanted to make a little code block here, HTML, and then you'll go to add-on start, and then format it. See that? That's nice. That's freaking awesome. Okay, it's the small things, people. It's the small things. So I love it, and it just basically is just my little crash course, and I can use it for work or wherever I want to use it. Got my CSS notes here, and then I have CSS layout notes. So if there's so many different approaches to layout when it comes to design. So there's normal flow, there's the box model, flex box, grid, floats, multi-column layout. There's media queries. Then there's legacy layout methods. So when you're working with those older browsers, that's a good thing to know, because some people may not be upgraded. So you need to know how to, I think it's a good thing to know how to work with legacy browsers. So like, these are some things I want to talk about eventually. Just kind of roughly going over it. But another thing, I made this video recently answering questions. So this video actually has email development resources as well for those who only literally subscribe to me because they thought I was an email developer YouTuber. So I did it for y'all, So yes, I'm showing you my talking points, okay? Let me go to the comments. Let's see, go to L, okay. So James says, I'm not sure if you're following me per se. I'm definitely following you on LinkedIn though. Okay. I should be able to find you then. Aloha Made Living says it's like coding. Okay. James says I'll message you on LinkedIn. Okay, I will look for that. Curtis says, I think a streamer, different YouTube content. Aloha Made Living, you put the hat on and own it. Yes. Curtis Davis, good start as streamer. Thank you. James says you're a streamer now. See, thank you for that. Thank you for the support. James says, I like how you said mush. Yeah, code mush, right? Curtis says, I like being more content YouTube creator. You get to give valuable nuggets and stay on topic or items to cover in video. Agreed. Yeah, let's see here. I'm going to pull up my notes here because a couple of other things. I want to have guests on the show, especially I want to have guests on the show. There's some people that I think they could provide really good insight, people that I know personally, and I want to do more live streams. Dedicated. I'm a dedicated live stream. I'm a dedicated person, so definitely just kind of coming on and like rambling is really not me, which is probably why I don't really do live streams. So I I want to try to do it maybe once a week, during the week, like midweek, something like that. Like an hour stream, 30-minute stream during the week. So that's an idea that I have for Jashelle Tech TV, and answer questions throughout, especially for the job spreadsheet. And then let's see what else. And anything else I cook up. Thanks, Brittany. I appreciate that. Is this Brittany? My Brittany? Is this my Brittany? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I think it is. Are you my Brittany? Tea is getting cold again, literally during work, y'all. And this is why I'll never do a day in the life video. When I'm working, I have to heat up my tea or coffee like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day, like, because I forget about it, right? And so if I do a day in a life video, it'll just be me going back and forth to the microwave. I mean, nobody wants to watch that, so. I don't know. James says, if you start having those streams with guests, can you leave it in a way where we can replay later? Yeah, for sure. I plan to pretty much leave my streams up. I don't have a reason to not. Oh my gosh! This is my Brittany in the chat. Oh my gosh. My friend since freaking like 5th, 6th, 7th grade or something. Oh my gosh. We should talk soon. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. Yes, I don't have a reason to take my streams down. So, for sure. Curtis says, yes, can't wait to see your first guest. My first guest, I've already asked her. She's already said yes. I don't even know. She may be in here. But it's Jennifer. You don't know who Jennifer is, but you will know soon. And I'm trying to get it to, another thing I want to do is connect it some kind of way to Zoom, or like be able to have people pop in during the stream. Like all that fancy stuff that people do. I'm like, that is so stressful. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. It can be done. I know. But it was a little bit of a learning curve for me to do all that. Dynamic Divine Readings, yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've known her for a very long time. We go way back. And it just means a lot that she's here. Brittany in the chat. BY in the chat. Okay. See, this is why I'm a programmer, not a rapper. Okay. I'm gonna heat this up, y'all. BRB. Oh my, oh, I keep forgetting to turn the freaking audio on. What I was saying was, um, so Aloha made living, if I can remember everything that I just said before I was rudely interrupted by me forgetting to turn the audio on. Aloha made living says no time limit. You can share screen and cameras. Nice, nice. Okay. You know what? The reason why I decided to stream on YouTube is because this is where people know me. Like as far as like growing kind of an audience a little bit, and I feel as though if I moved, nobody would show up. The reason why people are here is because they're already subscribed here, and I'm popping up in people's notifications, and then if I move, it's like I just feel as though nobody would show up. I don't know. Curtis Davis says coffee or tea gets cold when you're focused on work. I know. Don't I know? I'm gonna try to do a day in a life video, but it's just like wow. Like during work hours, I don't know how people do it. During work hours, I'm not even thinking about YouTube. Like it's just I'll try. Like maybe I could just have my camera and record different aspects of my work, but it's like ugh, we'll see. Dynamic Divine Reading says, how long did it take for your channel to reach 1K? Once I became consistent with YouTube and stopped quitting, because I did quit like 2 times. Once I did that, I think from May 2021 to March 2022, so a little under a year of being consistent. DYB Lifestyle was good. What it do? Thank you everyone for letting me know that there was no audio. DYB Lifestyle, is the earth flat or round? Let me just say this. The earth could be a triangle for all I care. As long as I got a good job, I'm making money, and I got a roof over my head. It could be a freaking trapezoid, okay? I don't care. Now I want some chicken wings. I'm starving. Do live streams make people hungry, or I don't know. Time out, baby. Putting you in timeout. Nah. I like YouTube better versus TikTok or IG versus Facebook. Wait, I like YouTube better versus TikTok or IG versus Facebook. YouTube, yeah, I agree. As far as when it comes to content creation, yeah. YouTube is definitely my go-to because, you know, you can reach more people. Because if I only did my content on Instagram, everybody's not on Instagram, but most people are on YouTube, though. Aloha Made Living says, I'm always hungry when I stream. Yeah, no debates here, people. No, this is a tech channel. We're going to stick to that. But I'm definitely blocking. I'm definitely all that. So go to another channel with that. Yeah, so if you have any other ideas for the channel, let me know. I'm happy to, you know, discuss different topics. Like I said, I'm not on the email development path anymore. Email development is just a job that I had for 6 months, but I'm not going to really be focusing on that kind of content. I'm not really a tutorial person either. I think tutorials are a whole heck of a lot of work. I prefer to just talk about, just answer questions. But if I do, I mean, sometimes I do coding videos. I do like my code music chill sessions where I work on a project or work on something. And you can kind of follow along. Jason Legacy, are you an INFJ? Suspect you are one. I got to take the quiz again, Jason. I don't know. I took the quiz like 2 years ago. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. I think I am, though. I think. Okay. Well, I guess for my last topic, I can share. Curtis Davis says, "Are you adding SQL?" Is the chat okay? Are you adding SQL to backend skills? Yeah, for sure. I have to actually do a little bit of SQL type stuff at work, especially when I'm setting up client websites. I have to set up different conditionals for shopping carts. So they limit zip codes in different cities of who can actually get delivery of their items. So that's fun, configuring that. It can get pretty complex. So whenever like you're on a website and let's say you're in a shopping cart and you type in your zip code and it says, "I'm sorry, delivery's not available in your area." So somebody sets that up. And how we do it is through a database. And we have to key in just different stuff to make sure it's set up. And sometimes it's this really long spreadsheet with zip codes and cities and different conditionals. And we have to set it up in the database. All right. The last thing I was going to talk about was here we go. I promise next time I'm definitely going to have a dedicated topic. I was just kind of celebrating 1,000 subscribers, and next time for sure I'll have a dedicated topic. This is why I'm a video person and not a streamer, unless you want to sit here and watch me ramble all day. Okay, so this is what I'm doing for 100 days of code for those that are asking about what I would like to do as far as my learning. Let's see. My next steps in coding learning. Okay, here we go. Right. Okay, let's go over to my screen share. I keep hitting the wrong button, the wrong key. All right. Neek says, "Congratulations." Thanks, Neek. I appreciate that. Okay. So here's what I have planned for my next round of 100 days of code. All right. Trying to make it as big as possible. Okay. So now I know, you may be thinking, "Oh, this is very simple. This is very basic." But when it comes to, I like to start with the foundations when I'm doing anything. And so obviously I've already done HTML, CSS. So my next step, I want to start with, yes, that's the kind of learner I am. Give me I need everything. So I want to start with the web and web standards. So I'm going to get into a brief history of the web. Yes. It's talking about HTTP, HTML, the first web browser, web standards, open standards. Don't break the web. Being a web developer is good. Overview of modern technologies, which I've already done a lot of this, but I'm just going to kind of go back over it from 100 Days of Code. So we got, again, HTTP, talking about that, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, tooling, server-side languages and frameworks. And so anyways, I'm just kind of going over a history of the World Wide Web, and then I'm going to go into blah, 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 blah. History of the World Wide Web and how does the internet work. I'm not going to read this Wikipedia page. No thanks. But I am going to read how does the internet work. That's important. Like, we know how it works, but I definitely want to dive into this like course. Just a deeper dive. Simple network, Ethernet cables, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. You may not know that that's relevant to web development. So I want to just dive into that, especially going into backend, a network of networks, and what else? Finding computers. Do you know how to send a message to a computer? I mean, I do. I know a little bit of it, but that's good to know, right? The networking part of everything. Internet and the web, intranets and extranets. Wait, there's extranets? I've heard of intranets. So talking about all these different layers, and like this could kind of replace a computer science degree. Not really. Oh, I'm not starting a debate. Don't cancel me. Okay? I'm just saying it'll give you a good foundation. You got let's see. So understanding the difference between a web page, a web site, a web server, and a search engine. We pretty much know that, but it would be good to dive deeper. Okay, DYB lifestyle. I'm in Colombia. Y'all should come. I've been here for the last 4 months in Colombia. Cool. Okay. Curtis, sometimes streaming lets you engage with followers. Good job. Thank you. No, I agree. Wow, web standards. See, DYB lifestyle, 2 months in Medellin and 2 months in Cartagena. Cool. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not even showing the chat right now. Yeah, so we got some questions in here. Okay, cool. All right, so let me get back to my 100 Days of Code curriculum here. Don't laugh at me for forgetting my keyboard, my hotkeys. All right. So what's the difference between web page, website, web server, and web engine? So this is good stuff, right? MDN, do not sleep on MDN. They got all the stuff. So a web page, a document which can be displayed in a web browser, website, a collection of web pages, web server, a computer that hosts a website on the internet. Like, I'm going deep because my foundational, like I got a computer programming associate's degree a while back, but I just need a refresher on like these different these different layers of just everything. Oh, thank you, camera, for dying again. There we go, I'm back. Just all the different layers. What else? So then I'm gonna dive into HTTP. So we're getting into the good stuff. So HTTP tutorials, overview of HTTP. HTTP cache, HTTP cookies, cross-origin resource sharing, CORS, HTTP client hints, evolution of HTTP, Mozilla Web Security Guidelines, HTTP messages, a typical HTTP session, connection management, all this stuff I see at work, right? And I know it, but I need to read more. A typical HTTP session, connection management. Then you got headers, request methods, which I'm familiar with all that. I have built an API, things like that in boot camp. But boot camp goes really fast. It does. And it's just like, I want to take this, my own personal deep dive. All right. All right. Hey, homie. Like, I know who you are, and I've never said pronounce your name correctly in my head, and forgive me. And I know you have the pronunciation on LinkedIn, and if you don't mind, I'm gonna pull it up on my computer. Let me just pull you up right quick. Yes, I'm giving you a big shout out right now because you have it on here. Yes, I care. This is how deeply I care about people. Like, I literally will go to their pages, go to their pronunciation, like click on it and everything. Let's see. This person is very hardworking, up and coming developer.
Namacha Anor.
Namacha, right?
Namacha Anor.
Namacha. What's up, Namacha? I know it's crazy. Like, I don't have a common name, and people are always. I should probably do this on LinkedIn too. A pronunciation of my name. Curtis Davis says. Curtis Davis, best part of programmer or web developer, you must continue to learn. Thanks for context, Wiki. Yes, I agree. That's why I'm always like, I gotta learn this, I gotta learn that, and I'm a sole believer of the foundational topics, a sole believer of the foundations, the fundamentals, and so I don't mind reading about the history of the web if it's gonna help me, go further, because it's not about. I'm one of those people, I'm not really focused on languages. I'm not really focused on specializing. I just feel that as long as I have a really good foundation, I don't care what stack I work with. It doesn't matter the language. It's whatever they need me to do, whatever problem that needs to be solved. It's more about, hey, I understand what's happening under the hood. So when it comes to languages, what is it? It's just syntax, right? Curtis Davis, so how long do you think a stream should be? 60 minutes versus YouTube video 30 minutes long. How long is this? This stream has been going on for 56 minutes now. I think it's just whatever the person wants. I don't think I've been on one of my favorite YouTubers is Timothy Ward, and he's been on streams for 4 hours, and I was on the whole time. So it depends. Namacha. I know you're trying. Says I know you're trying to pronounce my name. I'm crying. It's just I feel I don't because I deal with that. People mispronouncing my name. I really take it seriously. I'm not trying to be out here just like saying people's names incorrectly. I respect people a little bit more than that. So yeah. I'm going to keep this page up because I have to practice your name every time you chat. So if you don't know, now you know.
Namacha Anor.
Okay. Let that sink in. I don't know why I said that. All right. So anyway, like I was saying, so it dives into just everything. Web servers, a deeper dive into web servers. So I'm just going to be doing this for like the whole month of, I think I'm going to start, I don't know, I'm doing some stuff around the house right now. And sometimes I don't get around to it. But anyway, web server, what are hyperlinks? Oh, I don't have to do that. I know what a hyperlink is. Then once I get done with all that part of the fundamentals I want to go over, then I want to get back into JavaScript. I haven't built anything in JavaScript or React in a long time, and it scares the crap out of me. But I'm going to get back into it because this is going to be good to know, especially, APIs, things like that. And so I'm going to be basically doing this for my 100 days of code. I'm also going to be writing coding related blog posts. So as I learn, then I'll come here to my website, debjashelle.tech, trying to blow everything up so people can see it. So I do write blog posts. Okay. View all articles. So these are my blog posts. So as I learn things, I post them because that helps me, is, you know, with retaining information. When I explain something to someone, it just helps me. And then at one point I was doing like these little, on Instagram, I would post like little code snippets on Instagram, you know. I kind of stopped because, you know, having a full-time job is just like, man, I don't feel like it. But I was, you know, when I was off work for a little while, I would put little code snippets. But I want to start that. So things that I learn, I tend to share on Instagram, share on my blog, share on Twitter, things like that. Definitely follow. You can follow me on Twitter. I follow everyone back there. Sometimes I don't follow people back just because I can't take what they post, and it's just not personal. But for the most part, I do want to see tech-related content, things like that. But for the most part, if it's positive, if it's overall, I'll follow back pretty much. But definitely, you can follow me on Twitter. I'll be posting more about my journey. Let me go back to the chat. Sorry. Alt S. Salary now $60K. Let's see. Jason, you scared that will be the day? What do you mean? I'm sorry. I don't know what that's in reference to. Curtis says, keep up the good work. Thanks for coming through the stream. Yes, thank you. God. Namacha for coming through the stream. We love you, Namacha. We love you. I'm thinking about also adding some moderators too. I mean, I just see people that I feel that maybe would want to volunteer as I look away from the screen. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing. I think I'm gonna start late this month. I don't know, and I'll try to do live streams. I'll try to do live streams in reference to what I'm learning, more on my career path, and just everything. So like I said, I'm a firm believer in the foundational topics. I will sit there and read some documentation for an hour. I don't care. I'm a documentation person. Anton says, keep it up, young lady. Congrats. Thank you. Curtis says, being full-time content creator and full-time web admin. Yeah. I think I don't know that I'm a full-time content creator. I think it's just like whenever I have time. But yeah, that would be fun. I probably would never have time to myself too. That's awesome. No, I'm kidding. Jason says Namache is the man. Yes, he is. I don't disagree with that. Follow Namache on LinkedIn as well as Instagram and Twitter, please. He's definitely gonna have a job soon. I could feel it. This is his portfolio. Look at that. That's sleek right there. So check out this guy. He's awesome. He's an up and coming developer. I don't like to say up and coming developer. He's a developer, and he's looking to get into his first role. So check him out. All right. So I guess I'm gonna wrap it up. It's 5:05 here where I am. If there will be nothing else, I guess I can stick around for a second to see if there's any last minute questions or anything. I really had fun. I've learned a lot, from no audio to having to heat up my tea to people asking weird questions. You know, it's such a learning process, and I appreciate everybody for coming. So I'll just stick around for a second. We can do like a little debrief, listen to some music. By the way, this song is by DJ Ruthful. DJ Ruthful is my friend on YouTube, so you can check out his channel. This is his track. He sent it to me, and I like it. Yeah. I'm JT. It's good to see that everybody's on the live stream for me. Hey. Woo! So this is DJ Ruthful right here. So you can check him out. He does YouTube music. Nice guy. Very nice guy. Check him out. Check out his music. The current song that you're listening to is West Coast G-Funk type beat. So we're just gonna chill here for a second till the stream is over. All right, everybody. All right, Curtis says portfolio review. Maybe. Jason says Jashelle got bars. Oh, thank you. I do practice sometimes. I'm freestyling. What you want to know? I'm JT and I'm about to blow. What? I got my microphone. Leave me alone. All right. I'm going to end it here, y'all. Thank you for coming to the live stream. See you next time.